Hi, friends, and a most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long. Coming up on this Sunday afternoon from Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware, the Westchester Golden Rams taking on the University of Delaware Blue Hens ACHA Men's Division II team. Delaware looking to get in the win column here in their regular season home opener after a valiant 2-1 defeat to Rowan last night. Joe Monte saving 29 of 31 shots in total. Owen McManus tucking the lone Delaware goal against Bobby Kennedy, who was just a brick wall between the pipes for Rowan last night. A lot of good takeaways from that season opening game, especially on the defensive side of the puck. The back check was solid. Joe Monte solid between the pipes, sporting a save percentage of .935. But the Hens ran into a hot goalie in Bobby Kennedy. At least 5 or 6 A-grade chances. Foiled by Kennedy's glove and his rebound control. Hens are going to have to work a little bit harder to generate secondary and tertiary net front chances if they're going to get in the win column. But they showed yesterday an ability to move the puck through all 3 zones, an ability to set up quality scoring chances, and that's going to suit them well here in their home opener. Westchester coming into this game 2-0. They beat St. Joe's 6-2 in their season opener, and then earlier this weekend they beat Montclair State 7-4. So they're looking to go 3 for 3 to start the season, and we'll see Chris Davis getting the start between the pipes for Westchester. The ACHA website still doesn't have much for it in the way of statistics, so we're all going to be kind of flying by the seat of our pants here for this Sunday afternoon game. But it will be Chris Davis between the pipes, and on the Delaware side, we'll get our first look at Aaron Donovan, the freshman from Winterport, Maine. He gets the call tonight. Joe Monte with a well-deserved day off after his 29-save effort yesterday, albeit in defeat. Good enough to earn him 3rd star of the game honors at Hollydale yesterday. We're going to take a timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for the opening introductions and Game 2 of the Delaware Blue Hens Men's Division II 2025-26 season. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Golden Rams, Blue Hens set to square off on a Sunday mid-afternoon matinee from Fred Rust Arena. And we're going to head inside the glass right now to meet today's starting lineups. Once again, hockey fans, good afternoon. And welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. This afternoon, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a men's Division II matchup between the visiting Golden Rams of Westchester University and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the visiting Westchester Golden Rams, starting in goal, number 31, Chris Davis. On defense, number 3, Owen Quinn. And number 10, Matthew Cratchwell. At left wing, number 16, Matt Cholaj. At right wing, number 21, John Lee. And at center, number 22, Liam Pareka. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Winterport, Maine, number 33, Aaron Donovan. On defense from Wayne, New Jersey, number 5, Josh Flom. And from White Plains, New York, number 4, Joey Engelman. Starting at left wing from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, number 14, Brian Kramer. At right wing from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 11, Brendan Stam. And starting at center from Ocean Township, New Jersey, number 18, Patrick Olensky. Your University of Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Vince Falkowski, assisted by Bob Stroik and Dylan Green. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Sam Chauvin and Laura White, and linespeople John Casey and Josh Kurtz. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the And with no further ado, it's time to play the game. Delaware in their home whites for the first time this regular season, traveling left to right. The way we see it, Westchester clad in purple, gold helmets, gold numbers on the back, moving right to left in opening period play. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. On the other side of this newly renovated rink, history to be made in the first 12 days from now, as the University of Delaware's NCAA Division I women's team will square off against Long Island University for the program's inaugural game. Again, that's a week from Friday. Ready to go on the first date. They're off. Puck is down. Olensky winning the opening draw, and Flom back in his own zone leaves this to Engelman. He throws the puck up the right wing boards. Stam shovels it from blue line and then some. Matthew Cratchwell races this down behind the Westchester goal, but it's taken away by Kramer. Kramer tried to set up Stam in the mid slot, couldn't connect with his man there, but Flom protects the zone at the right point for Delaware. Kramer double teamed, turns and shovels the puck into the near corner of the Westchester zone. Race on for it. Unable to get to the puck was Olensky. Liam Parecka, though, failed to clear for the Golden Rams, and this ends up at the far corner of the Westchester zone. Here 38 seconds into the opening period of play. First shot of the game came from Josh Flom at the top of the zone, caught and held by Davis for a pause. Second unit on for both teams. Mason McCabe was in for the draw for Westchester, who worked back as far as their own blue line and then some. Anthony Greco centering this second combination. At his flanks were Evan Oginski and Owen McManus. And an icing against the Golden Rams will set up another face-off in the attacking zone for the Blue Hens with just under a minute gone here in opening period action. Second line staying on for both sides, and Michael Buckman holding the zone for Delaware. After the Oginski face-off win, works the puck below the goal. Greco tried to cycle it to McManus, working in below the cage. McManus, the lone goal scorer for Delaware yesterday, and their 2-1 defeat to Rowan. A valiant effort for that, though, on opening night, as the Hens clear out the low slot in their own zone. McManus pushing play back as far as the Westchester line, and here's Drew Munro. Working up the left wing boards, absorbing a check from Oginski, but dumping the puck deep into the Delaware end. It's tied up at the center of a two-a-side scrum in the far corner of the Delaware zone. Owen McManus trying to muscle free from the other 19, Patrick Brace. Here's McManus running into traffic at the blue line. Delayed offside signaled as McManus and Oginski ended up a 4 of the blue line before the puck. So they regroup in the neutral zone, and here comes McManus again, lazily flipping the puck off the backboards. He'll hustle off for a change as the last component of the third line, Mason Dewar, is on now to join Oginski and Stam. Stam and Kramer working double duty on the first and third lines, alternating that extra shift per 8. As Coach Vince Falkowski's working with 11 forwards here on opening weekend. And the shot from Mason Dewar was stick checked up into the netting and out of play behind Chris Davis with 2 minutes and 21 seconds gone by the wayside here in period number 1. Jerry DeStefano wins the draw. Laser of a shot from the left point, and Aiden Starr ricocheted off the back glass, and the Rams work past center. This was dumped in by Jack Bokel, recovered by Evan Winloff, the Missouri native. He's foiled at the point by Polishuk for Westchester, maintaining offensive positioning for the Golden Rams. Rolling puck up the far side, shoveled free by DeStefano. Icing waved off by Josh Kurtz. This is covered up and held by Davis, and we've got a pause. Every now and then we just like to let the arena breathe and give you the Fred Rust Arena organist for a second or three. Fourth line on for Delaware now, and trying to muscle through traffic is Polishuk to gain the zone for Westchester. Had the puck taken away from him just after crossing the line, and a delayed offside against the Golden Rams gives Josh Flom an opportunity to set up shop behind his own goal and try to set up a deliberate breakout, but the pass from Engelman ahead to George Snyder was broken up. Hens persevere. Legato, after gaining the zone, flips this to Cunningham in the far corner. Poked away, and now batted up the right wing boards is Bokel. Bokel leads a 3-on-2 counterattack for the Rams. Cross-slot pass and a shot from DJ Lindenmuth. Getting a blocker on it was Donovan, and play is halted with the Delaware net taken off its moorings. 16 minutes and 20 seconds to go in opening period play in this 0-0 hockey game. And linesperson Johnny Casey, who also works as an off-ice official for the National Hockey League, will conduct the face-off to the left of Aaron Donovan, who just recorded his first save as a Blue Hen, now his second, as he denies Matthew Cratchwell with a stick save from distance. Cunningham clears the zone. Hens coming in numbers, 3-on-1. Snyder, centering pass. Engelman crashing the net. The puck never got there. That pass was broken up. Engelman holding the zone, launches one in from just inside the stripe. Shot was wide. Buckman holding the near point. Play stayed just onside, but Owen Quinn recovers for the Rams. The forechecking heat comes from the Northvale, New Jersey native Joey Legato, making his second appearance in Blue Hen white, blue, and gold. Buckman driven back toward his own line, works the puck forward. It was Matt Devine offering the forechecking pressure for the Golden Rams. Devine, former Father Judge Crusader. One of a couple on this team, Bobby Catallo, also joining the Golden Rams from Crusader territory, but is a scratch in the lineup today for the visiting Golden Rams. Stam nearly found Kramer through neutral ice. Kramer gained the zone, but bobbled the puck, trying to set up a 2-on-2 attack. This is turned the other way by Cholaj. Returned by Winloff the other direction. Kramer tried to run the gauntlet up the center, coming into the Westchester zone, but was stripped of the puck 10 feet over the line. Starr didn't hold long enough, and his entry is called back offside. So the draw comes right in front of the Westchester bench with just over 5 minutes elapsed in the first period. Evan Winloff from distance got a shot away, cleanly saved by Davis. Nobody home for the rebound chance for Delaware. Another chance from long range was sticked away by Davis. Olensky back to center to recover for the Hens, and he launches the puck in from 100 feet away, and that enables Delaware to get some fresh legs on. This is turned by Poreka to Munro, gaining the zone and shooting from the left half wall. His shot caught and held by Aaron Donovan, and we've got a pause in play with 14-17 to go in opening period action. Draw coming to the left of, or to the right of Donovan, rather. And this will go Delaware's way. Special thanks to Ryan Williams standing in on camera duty today. Our usual crew took ill over the weekend, so grateful for Williams stepping in as our emergency backup camera operator. And so far, so good. Donovan covers for a pause. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. McManus stonewalled by Quinn at the blue line. And here comes a 2-on-2 counterattack the other way for Westchester. Shot off the stick of Mason McCabe was blocked right at the release, 35 feet from the cage. Buckman controls the puck in the near corner for Delaware, and he tries to push this through traffic up the near boards, but it's held in by McGlade, who quickly turns and shoots. Donovan responds with save number 5 off his right leg pad. We've just passed the 7-minute mark of the opening period. Oginski failed to clear the first time, but Cratchwell couldn't hold the point the second time. And Evan Oginski succeeds in getting play back as far as the Westchester blue line. Hens change. Donovan tried to launch this off the glass far wall, but instead the puck bounces into the netting and out of play with 12:41 to go in the opening period. Still scoreless from Fred Rust Arena. Jerry DiStefano's line in. A quick shot from Westchester off the draw, caught and held by Donovan. So it's McGlade across from DiStefano off the draw. Tukowski holding the point for Westchester. Works the puck in low again off the carom shot around behind the cage. This is shoveled by Dewar up the near side. Stam trying to gain the puck. It was Winloff who worked it back to center. Long shot from Tukowski. Steadied by Donovan for save number 7. Winloff clears. Losing track of the puck was Munro, and that opens the door for Stam to take aim. Follow-up chance. Off the rebound was DiStefano. He couldn't get past Davis either. Battle for the rebound continues in the near corner. DiStefano lost his footing. Tukowski played the puck out of his reach. Winloff keeping this in low. It's recovered by Colin Tukowski in Westchester purple. He looks for a lane. He saucers this puck nearly up into the rafters. It's gloved down by Winloff at center. Taken away from him by McGlade. One-on-one. McGlade had the lane for a shot from the right dot. Donovan with the save, directing the puck to the near corner. Battle on for the rebound, developing in the near side. Winloff steers this away from Lindenmuth. It's worked around to the right point, held by Polishuk for the Rams. His shot from distance was well wide as we pass 8.5 minutes completion in the opening period, and a puck out of play gives us a chance to catch our breath. 11:20 to go in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena. No score as yet, but plenty of action. Westchester with 8 shots to Delaware's 6. The face-off coming to the right of Aaron Donovan, who so far so good in his Delaware debut. Legato joined an existing battle between Cunningham and Polishuk to clear the puck into neutral territory. And here's Legato walking in off the setup from Engelman, but he's steered behind the net by Polishuk. Puck is loose in front. Snyder trying to tap it in from close range, but to no avail. That chance was blocked in a congested low slot area. Jake Stepp in the white helmet works the puck up the left wing boards. Devine was checked off of it after receiving the breakout pass, and this comes back as far as the Westchester blue line, where Quinn will try again. This is launched in deep by Carlo Bene. Covered up and held by Donovan for a break in the action. So play restarts to the right of Donovan in the Delaware zone. The breakout pass from Ehrlich did not connect with Snyder, and the Rams will reset just inside their line. This was played on by Cratchwell toward neutral ice, but it comes right back in. Delaware doing well to clog up the neutral zone as we reach the halfway stage of the opening period. Quinn behind his goal, pickpocketed by Snyder. Quinn gets the puck back. He flips this across ice, a touch pass from Lee. Nearly set up for Cholaj to enter the Delaware zone, but he was stood up at the blue line. Cratchwell will try again. Hens caught in the midst of a change. 3-on-2, this Westchester counterattack. But Cratchwell bobbled the puck at the top of the near circle, and Kramer took it away. Kramer to Legato. Stam bats it in over the line. But it's intercepted after the onside entry. John Lee trying to work coast to coast. Stripped of the puck by Aiden Starr, who couldn't connect with Stam, working back up ice for the Hens. This is an icing against the Golden Rams with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first period of this scoreless hockey game. Big guns back on for Delaware, and the turkey's on the table. Olensky across from Brace for the attacking zone draw. Winloff on his horse. This is an icing. A close one at that, too. But Johnny Casey had judged that puck was going to cross the goal line before Winloff could play it, and Winloff won the race to where the puck was headed. So back we go into the attacking zone for Delaware. You could hear the sighs and the groans from the Westchester faithful, thinking that should go back to center, but in any case, we restart in the attacking zone from the Hens' perspective. There, a star shot, caught and held by Davis. Hens preserve attacking position after Olensky wins the faceoff. Kramer up the wall to Starr. Back behind the cage, Olensky bothered by Munro. This was given away, and DiDomenico accelerates up the left wing boards to try to set up a 2-on-2, but the behind-the-back cross-slot pass to McCabe didn't connect, and a high stick on the puck ruled by Sam Chauvin gives us a pause in the action. It was a Delaware high stick on the puck, so the face-off stays in their own end with 8:24 to go in the opening period. Still looking for that first goal of the afternoon, despite 15 shots between these two teams. Starr lost his footing. Winloff chips the puck off the near glass into neutral ice. Here's Olensky to Stam. Back to Kramer. Shot was wide of the far post. Olensky easily handles the rebound. He leaves this to Stam behind the net. Had thoughts of a Michigan, but he brings it back out into the flat and plays it off the far boards to Engelman holding the point. Thrown in close. Olensky unable to finish on the welcome mat. Engelman working in low. He's got support from Kramer, but this is poke-checked away by Luke DiDomenico. And racing up the right wing boards is McCabe with his 2-on-2 counterattack. One too many stick handles from DiDomenico, who caught an edge in the low slot and ran out of real estate to get a ninth shot on goal on Donovan. McCabe holds this in for the Westchester Golden Rams. Out of the crease is Donovan to play the puck up the far side where time and space availed. Flom lets it go the distance, and this will come back an icing with 7:20 to go in the first period, and no score from Fred Rust Arena. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has all the answers to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn more. 7:12 to go in the first. And another face-off to the left of Aaron Donovan after back-to-back icing infractions committed by the Blue Hens. Lindenmuth trying to crash the net off the draw. He was angled to the near corner. Oginski stole the puck from him. Lindenmuth got it back. He tried to jam it in net front. Donovan with the easy save from close up. This is lofted back to center. Delaware trying to change up. And now Anthony Greco walking back into the Westchester end. A long shot covered and held by Chris Davis will give Delaware an opportunity to get some fresh legs on the ice in a more deliberate manner, but it looks like they're going to stay put with the 5 they've got. 6:44 remaining in the first. Face-off coming to the left of Chris Davis, who stopped all 8 Delaware shots he's seen to this point in the hockey game. Oginski, McManus, and Greco. The forwards on right now for the Blue Hens. That shot from Oginski at the near half wall was steered aside by Davis. Engelman and Flom are back at the blue line. And now Engelman heads off and Buckman's going to take his place, as Ehrlich joins as well. And Westchester work back up ice, led by Cratchwell. Cratchwell through traffic, set up a 4-on-4 zone entry, but he was stripped of the puck by Jake Ehrlich. Getting it back is Lindenmuth, losing his footing, trying to work in low. Holding the point, Cratchwell topped the puck, trying to shoot. Greco took the puck away. McManus was slowed up at center. Lindenmuth turns and rifles this back in deep in the Delaware zone. Donovan could not find Ehrlich on the pass up the left wing boards. And the Westchester reinforcements come storming in. Inside 6 minutes to go in the first period. Our first penalty of the game coming as the whistle of Sam Chauvin blows, with 5 minutes and 44 remaining in opening period action. And we'll see what we've got from Sammy. Cross-checking on Buckman. This at 14:16 of the first period. Penalty kill time for the Blue Hens. This penalty kill could be brought to you by, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com. A couple rapid fire shots. Donovan answering the call both times. And the first wave of this Westchester power play unit stunted, at least for now. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 26, Michael Buckman. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period. Buckman, 2 for cross-checking at 14:16. 5 minutes to go in the first period. 40 seconds gone on the Buckman cross-checking minor. Patrick Brace stood up in the neutral zone. Stam recovers the puck. He hits Kramer on the stretch pass through the neutral zone, but Kramer was stood up by Cratchwell trying to cut toward the net. Here's Lee back the other direction for Westchester. 3-on-3 this entry. Lee headmans the puck through traffic. The backhand shot from Brace was just wide of its intended target. Flom's got the puck tied up in the far corner. 40 seconds left on the man advantage for the Rams. Flom and Greco pitchforking away. Brace and Lee from the other side. The scrum breaks up and Lindenmuth sets up McCabe at the top of the circle. Shot from the high slot and Dukowski was blocked in heavy net front traffic, and this puck is deflected out of play on its way toward neutral territory. The determination of where the face-off will be spotted yet to be made. Johnny Casey saying it was not off a Westchester player, so this will stay inside the Delaware zone with 4:04 to go in the first. Rams with 15 seconds left on the man advantage. And the Chauvin whistle stops play as It appeared we had a crease violation. Donovan taken off his feet, and this one is going to come back outside the Delaware blue line. "12 seconds remaining on the power play. Donovan's had to do quite a bit of heavy lifting on this penalty kill, stopping 4 shots in total. DiDomenico on the re-entry, drop pass to Dukowski after gaining the zone, and Buckman is back on. Hens successful on the kill. Final 3:35 of the opening period. 0-0 the score, despite 21 total shots here in the first period. George Snyder walks back in up the left wing boards for Delaware. He's checked off the puck. He tried to drop it back to Olensky, who was waiting at the point. Olensky and Stepp converge. Starr nearly held the zone, but a delayed offside signaled by Josh Kurtz. Stretch pass on a 2-on-1. And Patrick Brace opens the scoring for Westchester off the cross slot feed from Luke DiDomenico. The Golden Rams draw first blood, 16:53 into the first frame. Looking at it again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Brace from DiDomenico. And Haas with the secondary helper. And the Rams on the 13th shot. Take the early lead. And it indeed was Haas with the secondary assist. We've got confirmation. And for Brace, it's his first of the year. Westchester goal, his first of the season, scored by number 19, Patrick Brace, assisted by number 20, Luke DiDomenico, and number 4, Ethan Haas. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 53 seconds in the first period. Brace's first from DiDomenico and Haas at 16:53. Rams back on the offensive, but Winloff took the puck away from Pareka. Olensky could not clear. Holding the right point was Cratchwell, but he threw the puck into traffic in the mid-slot. Here come the Hens looking for the equalizer. Olensky to Stam. His shot steered wide by Davis. We've entered the final 2 minutes of the first period. Golden Rams with a 1-0 lead, thanks to the Patrick Brace goal, with 16:53 elapsed in period number 1. Ehrlich to Kramer. On ahead to Stam. This pass did not connect. And this will come back an icing with 1:38 to go in the first. As Kramer was ruled not to have gained the red line by the time he let the puck go. So a defensive zone face-off awaits the Blue Hens, and they have no opportunity to change as a result of the icing. Shot off the draw from Dukowski at the right point was wide. Ehrlich tries to ring the puck free. It was held in by Dukowski at the point. 80 to go in the first. Kramer triple team just above the blue line gave way to Munro. Here's DiDomenico. Across to McCabe. Shot was blocked from the top of the left circle. DiDomenico in low to Brace. Centering feed, DiDomenico high and wide. Off the release, and we've entered the final minute of the first period. Munro taking aim. Donovan saying no. Sammy going to take anybody here? Looks like it. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Drew Monroe with 51 seconds to go in the first. So we come to our first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the game. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities, including his new membership program. Go to desportsmed.com and visit one of Dr. Bly's 2 clinics in either Wilmington or Townsend to help you achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. No matter if you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, Delaware Sports Medicine is the place to go. The Westchester penalty was assessed to number 24, Drew Monroe. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 9 seconds in the first period. And the Hens strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. It was Brian Kramer to tickle the twine. With 26 seconds to go in the opening period, and we're all tied up 1-1. For Kramer, that's his first of the year. And we're all knotted up. A Delaware goal, his first of the season. Scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Assisted by number 4, Joey Engelman. And number 19, Owen McManus. Time of the power play goal, 19 minutes, 34 seconds in the first period. Kramer's first from Engelman and McManus at 19:34. At the end of one period, the score: Delaware Blue Hens 1, Westchester Golden Rams 1. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Go time for period number 2 as the Blue Hens take to the ice. And through 20 minutes, we're tied up 1-1 between the Golden Rams and the Blue Hens. Patrick Brace and Brian Kramer trading goals through the first 20 minutes of play, and both netminders 12 for 13 of the save department through the first 20. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box at Fred Rust Arena. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Westchester in their away purple sweaters. Moving from right to left. And a Delaware goal. Wasting no time. Here in the second period, just 29 seconds in. The Hens on that opening attack of the period. Potting the go-ahead tally. And it was Podolensky off the rebound who got it done for the Hens. First of the season. Joining Kramer in the goal department. And the Rams counter just as quickly. So 49 seconds into the second period. And plenty of fresh ink on the score sheet already. It was Olensky for Delaware, and then Mason McCabe finishing on the doorstep off the Jake Stepp setup to tie the game back to a side. The Delaware goal, first of the season, scored by number 18, Patrick Olensky. Assisted by number 11, Brendan Stamm. And number 14, Brian Kramer. Time of the goal, 29 seconds in the first period. Olensky from Stamm and Kramer, his first of the season at 29 seconds. The Westchester goal, first of the season, scored by number 55, Mason McCabe, assisted by number 9, Jake Stepp, and number 20, Luke DiDomenico. Time of the goal, 49 seconds of the second period. McCabe, his first from Stepp and DiDomenico at 49 seconds. So Delaware's lone lead of the game lasting all of 20 seconds. And Polishuk recovering in neutral ice, driven by Dewar to the far boards. And now taking the puck away is Jerry DiStefano to head a 2-on-2 attack for Delaware. DiStefano's backhand shot from the right dot was wide off its mark. Bokel clears the other way. He could not find Lindenmuth on that long stretch pass deep into Delaware territory. And Aiden Starr clears. Haas back in his own zone. To Bokel, taken away by Starr. 3-on-2 this Delaware entry. Starr tried to find Dewar heading toward the slot, but DJ Lindenmuth takes the puck away, and here come the Rams in numbers. 3-on-2. Odd man rush for Westchester. Donovan making the initial save and also denying the rebound chance from in close. So with 17-11 to go in the second period, we've got a chance to catch our breath as Aaron Donovan gets dialed back in with a pair of rapid-fire stops and fresh legs coming on for both sides as the face-off moves to Donovan's left. Cratchwell protecting the right point. This puck rolls in behind the goal. Engelman to Snyder. And George Snyder carries this up ice. Cross ice pass just above the blue line. Bounced off the stick of Owen Cunningham, who dekes to try to get past Cratchwell. But they're pretty much even Steven on the puck in the near corner, and Cratchwell fails to clear as his lane up the left wing boards was pinched off by Joey Legato. Devine does clear with more ice to work with. He finds Carlo Bene. Bene outnumbered. Bodied in open ice by Flom as he got the shot away. Donovan with the save. Puck ends up in the far corner of the Delaware zone. It's played up the wall to Quinn, holding the left point. Quinn's shot was right into heavy net front traffic. Devine tried to throw it in close from an awkward angle. Engelman intercepted the puck and he pulls back behind his own goal. 16-12 to go in the second period of a 2-2 hockey game. Joey Engelman lets this go as far as center. Puck was bobbled by Quinn. Lee recovers and he pulls back into his own end. Cratchwell stretch pass up the middle is going to come back offside. And this is going to go all the way back into the Westchester zone with 15:49 to go in the second period. Two-two hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Glad to have you with us here on this Sunday afternoon from wherever you may be on the Delaware Hockey Network. Be you here in Delaware, be you in Philadelphia, Boston, St. Louis even. Delighted to have our worldwide audience joining us for Sunday afternoon hockey from the First State. And be sure to follow us on social media at DE Hockey Network on Facebook, X, and Instagram as Donovan makes another save. Ehrlich the other way, scrapping to try to hold the line, but he's pushed back to neutral ice by Cholaj. Here's Stam to Olensky after Buckman recovered at his own line for Delaware. The shot from Olensky, looking for his second of the game, was turned aside neatly by Chris Davis for save number 14 of the afternoon. Kurtz waved off the icing as that puck sailed from blue line on the whole way, was ruled playable by a Delaware defender. So on we go. Starr finds Kramer. One-on-one. Kramer wraparound. Shot! Score! Aiden Starr on the doorstep. Goes right where Mama hid the cookies, and it's 3-2. The Blue Hens are back in front. Watching it again. Kramer with the wraparound. Didn't have the shot lane, but he had Aiden Starr waiting all alone at the top of the blue paint to bury his first as a hen. And Delaware's got a 3-2 lead. But a short-lived 3-2 lead at that. As the Rams get one right back, it was Patrick Brace with his second. Again, only 20 seconds. Separating the goals. Oh, Delaware goal! His first as a Blue Hen. Scored by number 12, Aiden Starr. Assisted by number 14, Brian Kramer. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 37 seconds of the second period. Starr's first from Kramer at 5:37. The Westchester goal, second of the season and the game, scored by number 19, Patrick Brace. Assisted by number 55, Mason McCabe, and number 4, Ethan Haas. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 57 seconds in the second period. Brace's second of the game. From McCabe and Haas at 5:57. Working toward the 7-minute mark of the second period, we're all tied up 3-3. Hens score, 20 seconds later, Westchester answers. Again, Hens score, 20 seconds later, Westchester answers. So it has been absolutely back and forth in every sense of the term. Kramer with a goal and 2 assists for the Blue Hens. And Patrick Brace with 2 of Westchester's 3 goals, the other belonging to Mason McCabe, who had the primary assist on Brace's second just moments ago. Jack Bokel circles behind the net. He feeds to Cratchwell at the top of the slot, but he's angled to the far corner. Across the line to Dukowski. He backhands this into the near corner, where waiting was Ehrlich. And Ehrlich absorbs a hit from Lindenmuth. This is cleared back to center, recovered by Dukowski. Dumped in again from center red. Donovan out of the crease, plays it up the near boards, where Jerry DiStefano is tied up. Walking in and shooting was Ryan McGlade. Holding for the pause is Donovan. Whether you're a weekend warrior like me or a competitive athlete like these guys, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The shot from George Snyder was sticked away by Davis. Stars pressured deep in his own zone by Bene after recovering the puck. And now Winloff will throw a rolling puck from deep in his own zone up the middle to set up a 2-on-2 led by Cunningham. Snyder hassled in the far corner by Stepp. Joining that battle for the puck was Cunningham. He tried to set up on the doorstep Joey Legato, but the puck is tipped over and out for a pause in play with 11 and change to go in the second. Snyder and Parecka took the draw to the left of Davis. Won by Parecka, and up the middle he comes after Lee carried the puck into neutral ice. 3-on-2 the other way after the Rams turned it over. Shot from Legato was on target, saved by Davis. Puck loose at the top of the zone, trying to clear it out was Cholaj to no avail. It is flipped by Parecka from blue line to blue line. Intercepted by Flom. Played up the left wing boards, but beyond the reach of Legato, and this is turned back from just inside the Westchester line by Polishuk. Hens dump and chase. Westchester setting up on the offensive as we near halfway through the second period. We're tied up 3-3. Delaware lost the zone. Flom back to his own line, looking to set something up more deliberately. In come the Rams, centering pass from Lee to Cholaj. One-timer from point-blank range was just off its mark. Polishuk back deep again. To Haas.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
So a live look back inside Fred Rust Arena, and for a first, or in a first for us on the Delaware Hockey Network, there is seemingly a power outage during play with 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the second period. The entire arena went dark. Our press box went dark. Now you can hear us again as we get the audio back up and running. And we are right now in a holding pattern until suitable lighting is restored to the playing surface. And we'll try to get more of the story for you here momentarily. As the saying goes, let there be light. First time for everything. And Sam Chauvin is spotting a last play face-off. To the left of Aaron Donovan, and we're ready to go. That shot from Mason McCabe ricocheted off the backboards. Here come the Hens back on the attack. Kramer was outnumbered up the near wall. This comes back to Flom behind the net. Kramer throws this into the rafters. And out of play with 9:07 to go in the second. So with 6:10 to go, well, after the power surge, we lost our audio source, but we're back up and running now, and we've got plenty to catch you up on here after that fourth Westchester goal. Completing the hat trick was Patrick Brace. And we'll give you the particulars right now. The Westchester goal was the third of the season and third of the game, scored by number 19, Patrick Brace, assisted by number 55, Mason McCabe. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. Brace's third of the game from McCabe at 12:08. Never a dull moment. Here's Matt Devine leading a 2-on-2. He tried to drop the puck off to Aiden Schmidt, but it was taken away by Starr. 2-on-2 the other way. Here comes George Schneider for Delaware, but the reaching stick of Jake Stepp took the puck away from him mid-zone along the far dashers. Snyder leaves this to Winloff at the right point. Back to Snyder, stepping up at the top of the circle, but he left the puck behind. Snyder again. Winloff holding the zone, but he gives the puck away. Here's Devine to Bene. His shot, just upon gaining the blue line, was turned aside easily by Donovan. Follow-up chance in the slot. DiDomenico off the centering pass, couldn't connect. DiDomenico leaves this up high. Stepping up is Stepp. He took aim from 40 feet, but was well wide of the cage. This ends up in the far corner off the stick of Dukowski. Snyder gains the puck, and he sends it rolling deep into the Westchester zone, pursued by Cunningham, but Dukowski got there a half step quicker and leaves it behind his own net, around near side for Mason McCabe to send sailing up ice, and it will come back in icing with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go in the second period. Westchester up 4-3. Thanks to a go-ahead goal from Patrick Brace, that completing a hat trick for him. And the face-off will be spotted to the right of Chris Davis with Brendan Stam in for Delaware to take this draw and try to get the Hens back on level pegging. Olensky centering pass. Kramer couldn't get stick on puck in a congested slot. Here's McCabe the other way. Drop pass to Brace, and he pots his fourth. Patrick Brace does it again. He's got 4 now for the Golden Rams. McCabe and DiDomenico, again the supporting cast. As this game now stands 5-3. Westchester goal, his 4th of the season and the game, scored by number 19, Patrick Brace. Assisted by number 55, Mason McCabe, and number 20, Luke DiDomenico. Time of the goal, 18 minutes 31 seconds of the second period. Brace's 4th from McCabe and DiDomenico at 18:31. There is 1 minute remaining of the period. 1 minute. So now down 2. The Hens have got their work cut out for them in the waning moments of this second period. And there's a goal. So they've got 1 back. As Kramer tucks one past Davis to cut the Hens' lead, or rather to cut the Rams' lead in half. Seemed he got his own rebound. And at 19:24 in the second period, Brian Kramer with his 2nd of the afternoon gets Delaware back within 1. Delaware goal, 2nd of the season, 2nd of the game, scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Kramer's 2nd of the game unassisted at 19:24. Just a couple seconds left here in the second period as Donovan holds on for the pause and play. Final face-off of the period coming to his right. The horn sounds, and that does it for period number 2. At the end of 40 minutes, the score stands Westchester Rams 5, Delaware Blue Hens 4. We'll be back after the second intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Well, I don't think any of us had a campus-wide power outage on our bingo cards this afternoon, but thanks for sticking with us. And after that, interesting to say the least, hiccup midway through the second period, we are back to kick off the third, but before we join the action, a look at Patrick Brace's natural hat trick in the second period, his second, third, and fourth goals of the season to give the Westchester Golden Rams a 5-4 lead through 40 minutes over the Delaware Blue Hens. If you're just joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, Blue Hens traveling left to right in their home whites here in period 3. The Westchester Golden Rams and their away purple kits moving right to left, trying to pad their 5-4 advantage. Here as we complete the first minute of the third period, Matt Cholaj. Double team to the far corner. Walensky took the puck away from him, and this is flipped by Anthony Greco. Back toward the Westchester blue line, where Drew Munro recovers, and he shovels it beyond the reach of Michael Buckman. Donovan out of the crease, plays it up the left wing boards. Greco could not maintain good control of the puck. He turned it over to Buckman, or rather to Munro, who shot from center point. Stick saved by Donovan. Directs the puck to the far corner. Taking aim here was Colin Dukowski. This is caught and held onto by Aaron Donovan, and we've got a pause in play with 18:34 to go in regulation, and the face-off coming to his left. DiDomenico at the center of a two-a-side scrum. Winloff lost his footing but gained control of the puck for Delaware, and Oginski shovels it over his own blue line with some help before from Greco. It's taken away by Dukowski. In comes DiDomenico, crashing the net for Westchester, but he ran out of real estate before he could make anything happen. Starr, who got his first goal as a Blue Hen, 5:37 in the second period, leads the advance up ice for Delaware. but Ethan Haas recovers for the Rams behind his own net. This is played up the far boards by Westchester's Colin Dukowski, but not out. He heads off for a change, and just in time, too, this comes back an icing. All the way back into the Westchester zone. Nope, at the time the puck was played, he was still on the ice, so Chauvin says, come back. Third line on for Delaware. Pair of Salesianum alumni in Jerry DiStefano and Mason Dewar working together with Brendan Stam. Engelman steps up to the near half wall to try to protect territory for Delaware, but it's the other four, Ethan Haas. In Westchester purple chipping away to recover for the Rams. Quick shot thrown in from in close. Looked like it was from DiStefano, covered by Davis for a pause. Hens win the attacking zone face-off. Engelman shot from downtown. Was turned aside by Davis there. A follow-up from Flom. Davis got a piece of it and deflected it off the crossbar way up into the air. Held in by Dewar. DiStefano spins it back behind the net but couldn't find Stam. The DiStefano shot from the left half wall off its intended mark. Racing for the puck is Haas. Trying to push it clear, but Engelman gloves it down at the point. This is called offside and a hand pass by Josh Kurtz. 3 minutes minus a few ticks gone here in the third period. Face-off will take place just above the Westchester blue line. As Johnny Casey and Laura White discuss matters more and make sure that they're adjudicating this correctly. And the consensus is we go from just above the Westchester blue line. So play resumes. And a rare delayed offside signal from referee Sam Chauvin covering that line as Johnny Casey worked to get into position off the draw. Sam Chauvin and Laura White are referees this afternoon. John Casey and Josh Kurtz are the lines people today. Dewar pursuing Quinn. Lindenmuth left the puck to Bokel. Cross-ice pass after gaining the zone. McGlade couldn't handle it. Ehrlich recovers for the Hens and clears the zone. Cunningham couldn't bat the puck past center. Cratchwell maintained for Westchester. It's tied up just above the blue line as McGlade was checked into the near glass. And the Hens work back through neutral territory before getting some fresh legs on. No icing here as the puck was tipped through neutral territory. Snyder tried to swat at the puck. Couldn't carry it on through the neutral zone, so he leaves it back to Buckman around the horn. It goes left side to Jake Ehrlich. Diagonal outlet pass finds Snyder. He walks in. Shot was deflected. Snyder double teamed in the near corner, got the puck back. He leaves it to Buckman holding the point. Thrown in deep. It is batted offline by Westchester defenseman Drew Munro. Played up the far side by Bene, but not out. Snyder again. Found space, found a shot lane, but couldn't get past Chris Davis on the doorstep. Johnny Casey ruling that the race to the location of the puck was going the way of Matt Devine, so he waves off the icing. Again, it's not a race to the goal line, it's a race to where players and puck will meet. This is an icing against the Blue Hens, and with 14:53 to go in a 5-4 game advantage, Westchester, the faceoff comes back to the left of Aaron Donovan. Donovan 26 for 31 in the save department. Here on this Sunday afternoon, his counterpart Chris Davis 22 for 26. The Olensky shot was turned aside by Davis. and subsequently cleared back to center. Starr couldn't walk back in. This taken away by Lee, shot in by Cholaj, denied by the stick of Donovan. Olensky in a 2-on-3. His shot was blocked by Haas. Kramer picks up the rebound, centering pass. Stam couldn't reel in the puck as he cut through the slot, and now he's driven into the corner boards near side by Dukowski. The battle continues on as the puck works its way through neutral territory. Olensky back to recover. And Brian Kramer up the right wing board sets up another Delaware attack. Hens trailing 1 with 6.5 minutes elapsed in the third period. Mason McCabe centering pass to Brace. Not this time. As Donovan flashes the leather with 6.5 minutes gone in period number 3. Westchester still with a 5-4 advantage over the Delaware Blue Hens on this Sunday afternoon from Fred Rust Arena. Flom clears after the draw. It comes back to Flom, now Engelman. Back to Flom with time and space. He throws it up the middle, tipped in to the Westchester zone by the Mainer, Owen McManus. Brace up the middle, slowed up by Flom, who took a little cross-check off the play from DiDomenico after the fact. This is Greco the other direction. Shot from 40 feet. Into the glove of Davis, who holds for a pause with 12:48 to go. And his Westchester Golden Rams maintaining a 5-4 advantage here in this battle of the 202. Greco and McGlade to take the draw. Shot rang off the post. Oginski recovers at center. He chips the puck off the near dashers, but it's volleyed back by Quinn. Cratchwell trying to deke McManus off his feet and find a lane. Ends up circling behind the net. He tries to stretch the puck ahead to DJ Lindenmuth, but this will come back an icing. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Stam held the point. Quinn recovered to Lindenmuth. The cross-ice pass to Bokel is all for naught. This is called offside. "12 minutes to go in this 5-4 hockey game. Westchester with the lead over Delaware. And next week marks the regular season opener for the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division I team. We'll have coverage of them all weekend long as they face the Owls of Temple University in a home-and-home series. Friday night in Philadelphia, Saturday right here at Fred Rust Arena. Full broadcast schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. 11.5 to go in this 5-4 hockey game. Westchester with the advantage, and now the momentum. DJ Lindenmuth in a one-on-one was steered behind the net and driven into the backboards by Michael Buckman. Meanwhile, as they continue their skirmish, Stam takes aim from center. Long shot caught and held by Davis for a pause in action. Here's Starr looking for a second. Off the D-to-D feed from Winloff. Kick save made by Davis. And this will be an icing again against the Westchester Golden Rams with 10:54 to go. In this 5-4 game, Hens trying to generate some chances. They've got 8 shots on goal against Davis already here in the third period, but still struggling to get one to fall through. Snyder leaves this off the near glass back to Winloff at the point. Winloff across the line. In front of the Westchester bench area, Starr had already backed up to center to stay steady on the defensive, and that enabled Schmidt to work the puck back into the Delaware zone. Here comes Legato the other way. He tried to set up Cunningham net front. Here's Winloff taking aim. His shot from the right dot squared up for and saved by Chris Davis. That his 27th stop of the afternoon. Rams clear. Winloff throws this up the near boards to Cunningham, who's muscled off the puck by Devine. Starr recovers through traffic. He is tripped up. And the delayed penalty will be all for naught as the Blue Hens pot the equalizer. It was Owen Cunningham to tie the game at 10:02. As Cunningham opens fire from the top of the left circle. Off the Starr setup to make this game even. At 5-aside. So the delayed penalty is canceled out. As a result of the goal, that was a change in the NCAA rulebook. Last season, so no double jeopardy anymore on those goals scored on delayed penalties. So the resumption of play is 5-on-5. And Owen Cunningham gets his first of the season. Oh, Delaware goal! His first of the season. Scored by number 9, Owen Cunningham. Assisted by number 12, Aiden Starr. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 2 seconds of the third period. Cunningham's first from Starr at 10:02. Donovan steadied. Greco tried to find Oginski. Puck taken away by DiDomenico. He's got 3 assists so far today, trying to add a goal to the tally. He was wide from his shot near side. Brace looking for one for the thumb. Denied by the right leg pad of Donovan. 8.5 to go in a 5-5 hockey game. Commotion in front of Donovan's office. Cratchwell couldn't make anything happen from mid-slot. The shot from deeper out right side was turned aside by Donovan, and this puck wobbles all the way back into the Westchester zone. Quinn, DiDomenico to an accelerating Mason McCabe, splitting defenders, but he got tied up between the hash marks. McCabe got the puck back. He tried to put one on a T-net front for DiDomenico, but Ehrlich took it away. And play is halted right behind the Delaware goal. Sammy's arms popped right up. as that pane of glass right behind the Delaware goal went. I don't know if it shattered or if it just came loose altogether, but we've got a power outage, and now we've got a displaced pane of glass. What's the third thing that's going to happen? I don't want to know either, Willie. Ryan Williams, our emergency backup videographer today. And we'll give a nod to the entire crew as well. Our assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Yours truly, James Witherite, here in the 412 Communications broadcast box. And Taylor Dean doing it all here on site at Fred Rust Arena. Assessing the situation. Did the glass fall out or did it shatter? We will soon find out. And that's definitely a place where you want that pane of glass to be. And a new pane of glass is lifted in. This day has been anything but ordinary, friends. Looks like it needs to be rotated 90 degrees. There we go. Taylor getting his moment in the sun. Well deserved. Man does just about everything around here, from resurfacing the ice to facilities maintenance, and just an all-around good guy and a pleasure to work with. And has been for as long as we've been here at Fred Rust Arena. So the glass has been replaced. To Sammy's satisfaction. And the face-off will take place to the left of Aaron Donovan with 7 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Once again, it's time to play the game. And what has been a simply bizarre Sunday afternoon, and right off the draw comes Luke DiDomenico to get that first goal of the season. And make this a 6-5 hockey game. The Westchester goal, first of the season, scored by number 20, Luke DiDomenico. Assisted by number 19, Patrick Brace. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 14 seconds of the third period. DiDomenico's first from brace at 12-14. DiStefano off the attacking zone draw, set up a bomb from Flom at the top of the left circle and no avail. Engelman tries to find DiStefano on the slot, but this puck is taken away, and DiDomenico races up ice. Stam trying to stay with him. Forces the turnover nearly just inside the blue line. DiDomenico gets the puck back. It's loose in front. Pushed to the top of the slot by Engelman. Long shot caught and held by Donovan for a pause in play. 7:10 to go. Rams 6, Blue Hens 5. In what's turned into a barn burner that we will not forget anytime soon for, well, a number of reasons. DiDomenico again, double teamed near side. He's got help from McCabe, who works the puck across ice to Dukowski. Swatted out of his control by DiStefano. The long shot from the right point was off the stick of Mason McCabe, but it was wide. DiDomenico, hassled by Engelman. Here's Brace taking aim from point blank range, but this goes up over the glass and out of play with 6:46 to go. In third period action, and Westchester with a 6-5 lead over Delaware. Fresh legs on all round. McGlade and Snyder going to take the draw to the right of Aaron Donovan, who's recorded 32 saves on 38 total shots. Here he swats this puck out of harm's way to the far corner. Ehrlich checked off the biscuit by Bokel. Here's Cunningham ahead to Snyder, 2-on-2. Snyder bobbled the puck just after gaining the zone. Dukowski sent it back into neutral territory, and McGlade races it down right in front of us. Buckman lofts it back out of the Delaware zone towards center. It's volleyed right back by Munro. Ehrlich stutters. He works it ahead to Snyder. Hard shot from the mid-slot with time and space, deflected over the crossbar by Davis. Cunningham gets it back. Legato spun off the puck in the far corner. It's picked up by Jack Bokel. Here's a 2-on-2 for Westchester. Bokel pinched wide by Ehrlich. Comes in, walking the line, gets a shot away. Sealing off the far corner of the cage was Donovan. 2-on-2 for Delaware. Legato gained the zone, but bobbled the puck. Delayed offside signaled by Kurtz. This play comes all the way back into the Delaware zone. Here's Snyder trying again. 5.5 minutes to go. Snyder tried to split defenders after gaining the Westchester line, but lost the puck to Quinn. Owen Quinn launches this long up ice. Steadied by Donovan, technically for save number 34. Starr leads a 2-on-2 the other way, and it will be called back offside as Stam jumped the gun ever so slightly on the way in. 5:04 to go in this 6-5 hockey game. Time running out for the Blue Hens to level the score. Matt Cholaj steered behind the net by Winloff, lost his shot lane and lost the puck to Aiden Starr, takes it away. Fed to his right and Stam, who was sure to gain center before playing a hard carom behind the net all the way around to the left point. This launched in by Starr. Olensky looking for a secondary chance, but he was denied by Davis. Haas to Cratchwell behind the net. Cratchwell throws this through traffic. Icing waved off by Casey. Covering is Donovan for the pause. Four minutes and 15 seconds remaining. in a third period that has seen 11 Westchester shots and 15 so far from Delaware. But what's been present in terms of quantity of chances has more or less been lacking in quality of chances. The Ethan Haas shot from the top of the zone was turned aside by Donovan. Follow up from Brace. He's got 5. Patrick Brace kicks the convert. And the Golden Rams make it a 7-5 game. McCabe with the helper with 4 minutes to go. And it's now 7-5 advantage Westchester. And Polishuk's going to get an assist as well. The Westchester goal, 5th of the season, 5th of the game, scored by number 19, Patrick Brace. Assisted by number 55, Mason McCabe, and number 2, Noah Polishuk. Time of the goal, 16 minutes in the third period. Brace is 5th from McCabe and Polishuk at 16 minutes. Brace with 6 points. Has his name all over this game. Oginski's shot. Waffle boarded high into the rafters by Davis, and Oginski couldn't bring down his own rebound. Final 3 minutes before us. This is sent clear up the far boards into the Delaware zone, picked up by Lindenmuth in a 1-on-2. His shot was wide from the bottom of the far circle. Recovering for Delaware is Buckman. Time running out for the Blue Hens. The stout back check they demonstrated yesterday has given way to a number of clear as day net front chances for the Golden Rams this afternoon. But the season is still young, friends. And there still remain a couple minutes for the Blue Hens to pot a pair and get back on level pegging. DeStefano to Dewar, taking a hard check in the near corner boards. Puck is contested by Stam and Dukowski. The battle migrates up the near wall, and McGlade clears. Beyond center, Winloff recovers. He found Dewar on the advancing pass, but he was stood up at the blue line as we come to the final minute and a half. Starr gave the puck away, trying to send it up the left wing boards. Pareka drove it back behind the Delaware goal. Winloff clears off the glass with authority. It's taken away by Quinn. Turned back to center. Thrown in by Pareka the rest of the way. We have reached the final minute of the contest. Brian Kramer to Olensky. Donovan makes a break for the bench with 47 seconds to go. Engelman, long shot. Kicked away in traffic. This is lofted up ice. And Cholaj with the empty netter with 28 seconds remaining. Makes this an 8-5 game. Matt Cholaj, easy as can be. chips in the empty net goal. And that'll put a bow on this for the Westchester Golden Rams, improving to 3-0 on the season. The Westchester goal, first of the season, scored by number 16, Matt Cholaj, assisted by number 22, Liam Pareka. Time of the empty net goal, 19 minutes, 32 seconds in the third period. Cholaj from Pareka at 19:32. And the final score this afternoon, Westchester Golden Rams 8, Delaware Blue Hens 5. Final shots on goal, Westchester 43, Delaware 38. Fans, it is time for the 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. The number 3 star, with 1 goal and 3 assists for the Westchester Golden Rams, number 20, Luke DiDomenico. The number 2 star with a goal and 4 assists for Westchester, number 55, Mason McCabe. And the number 1 star of the game, recording 5 goals and 1 assist for the Westchester Golden Rams, number 19, Patrick Brace. And that will do it for us on the Delaware Hockey Network this afternoon. We are back from Philadelphia on Friday night as the Delaware Men's Division I Blue Hens begin their regular season with a home-and-home against the Owls of Temple University. Game time, 7:30 p.m. And the home opener on Saturday will get underway at 5:30. For the entire Delaware Hockey Network crew, James Witherite saying so long. An eventful one this Sunday afternoon. And the Westchester Golden Rams improve to 3-0-0 on the year, handing Delaware their second loss this weekend to kick off 2025-26. The final score once again, Westchester 8, Delaware 5. Good night to you all.